People of Lagos, a fantastic morning to you and welcome to Cleaning Edge, your Saturday morning guide to a cleaner, healthier and more sustainable Lagos. And this program is brought to you by the Lagos Waste Management Authority Loma in partnership with Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. My name is Mike James, and as you know it, every week at this time we talk about waste management, sanitation, and what we can all do to build a Lagos we can be proud of in terms of cleanliness and aesthetics. So today we'll be looking at a very important issue which has to do with the dangers of indiscriminate waste disposal and why proper waste management is everyone's responsibility. So we'll get into it in earnest. So we shall be talking about this major problem, indiscriminate waste disposal. Now, the waste problem itself, too often people think, it's just a small bag of waste now. It doesn't matter, just dump it anywhere, Joe. Anywhere I drop it, it doesn't matter. But the truth, the bigger truth is that every careless act of waste dumping has consequences, no matter how small. So let's begin to paint a picture now. Any amount of waste dumped in the gutter blocks drainage and leads to flooding, because you're not the only one doing it. Once you start it, others will follow suit. And before you know it, it becomes a heap and it results into blocked drainages, which would lead to what? Flooding, especially during the rainy season. Heaps of refuse breed mosquitoes. They attract rodents, and this leads to disease outbreaks. Plastics and waste in our canals end up polluting water and, harming marine life. And of course, an unsightly environment reduces the quality of life and makes our communities less livable. So remember, waste doesn't just go away if not handled properly. It piles up because you're not the only one doing it. Remember, it clogs our streets and endangers our health. So the big question is, what is Loma doing in this regard? Because we also have our own part to play. We're going to talk about our own role in this regard. But let's begin with Loma's intervention, Loma's role in this regard. Now, you're asking, what's Loma doing to tackle this menace? Loma is the sole agency, we understand, under the Lagos Ministry of Environment and, Water Resources, tasked with collecting, evacuating, transporting and managing solid waste across Lagos State. Here's how. Daily street and highway cleaning. Of course, you see the street sweepers, the highway managers doing their thing, with cones, the weather's green reflective jackets, just to ensure that they remain visible, because they begin cleaning as early as 5 a.m., sometimes 6 in the morning, when it's still a bit dark. So these are the highway managers. Loma has also partnered with PSP operators, that's the private sector participation operators, for waste collection in all communities. Of course, you see them around. And we've also come out several times to let you in on why they're there, because they have been assigned solely for waste evacuation, house-to-house waste evacuation. That's a part of the reasons why Loma is coming out to say, please avoid cat pushers. They're illegal. The only legal, partnership Loma has when it comes to do with waste evacuation, house-to-house, household waste evacuation, is the PSP operators. Loma has held regular meetings with local development area councils just to spread awareness. Advocacy campaigns across markets, schools, and communities have been implemented, and they're still on it, Lagos. How about social media education, especially on proper waste handling? Loma is not resting on its ours in that regard, and support for recyclers, setting them up in communities and promoting a circular economy where waste becomes wealth. These are several interventions Loma has, put in place. Educating children and youth. We have the Loma Academy, educating children and youth to become tomorrow's waste champions. These are among the several intervention projects Loma has implemented in order for you to become a waste champion, a waste ambassador. And Loma is not just doing all this. They're also working day and night. But let's be clear. Loma cannot do it alone. We also have a role to play as tenements in Lagos, as citizens. What's our role? What's your role? What's my role? I'll tell you in a bit. But let's go on a break, Lagos. When we come back, we'll be talking about our own role as a responsible citizen in waste management. And we'll also look at other issues around, community feedback and all. Stay here with us, Lagos.
It. Yes, you don't do it. Indiscriminate dumping of refuse into drainage channels is prohibited in Lagos State. It has to stop. Henceforth, it's zero tolerance for building or erecting structures on drainages, setbacks, and alignments in Lagos State. Government is doing its best to make our environment clean and safe. As responsible citizens, we too should play our part to sustain it. Dumping of refuse into drainages, canals, or gutters destroys our roads and drainage systems, causes flooding in some areas, and poses great dangers to lives and damage to our public structures. Desist from disposing refuse into drainage channels and canals. It's damaging to the image of Lagos State. Remember, there are laws and regulations guiding the disposal of waste in Lagos State. Offenders will be prosecuted according to the law. Do the right thing. Use refuse bins, not canals, gutters, or drains. Dispose waste responsibly. Protect our drainage system. Contribute to a safer environment for us all. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, Àjùmọ̀ṣe Office of Drainage Services. Announcer.
If you asked me what a team of heroes look like, I'd say people committed to creating a clean and beautiful state. After all, what's there to love about living in a dirty and harmful environment? That's why at Loma, we built an exceptional team with people like the fearless Binga who picks up waste from your house and streets, the Swift Musa who navigates all waste to the landfills, Iya Dupe, the super cleaner who saves our roads from litters, and of course, our magical recycler Atinuke who converts waste to wealth. Everyone at Loma is committed to keeping Lagos clean in every way for a safer and healthier Lagos. Loma, a league of heroes. Keep Lagos clean.
Lagos, welcome back to the show. This is Cleaning Edge on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, and today we're looking at the dangers of indiscriminate waste disposal and why proper waste management is everyone's responsibility. Quick traffic report from the Lekki Aja end of town. Well, I can confirm to you that traffic movement on the entire stretch of the zone is absolutely free. Aja towards northwest, Ikota, Chevron, all good. Looking, Chevron connecting Igwe good to use. That stretch looks very good to fly. The stretch of Jakande, Chisco, Ikate down to Mara, equally looks good to use. And a return journey, smooth drive in its entirety. So, the much talked about incident at Ojo, where we recorded an impediment, a DAF truck that broke down, having a kick problem at Lasu Gate on the main carriageway inward Iyanoba. It's off the road now, so good news coming in from that end. All right, then, and the Lekki Peninsula corridor, smooth movement in and out of the entire corridor from the Peninsula Gate through Farm City, Route 12, Admiralty, Route 13 and 14. Likewise, a return journey from Route 13 and 14 through the Link Bridge to Farm City, Peninsula Gate, all the way to Lekki Roundabout. Free flow of traffic is what we have recorded. So that gives us some more time to have this interesting conversation on waste disposal. All right, so we're asking the question, what's my role? What's your role? We've looked at Loma's roles and interventions. But hey, it's our turn to educate ourselves on what we need to do as responsible citizens when it comes to proper waste management and hygiene. So please listen closely. A cleaner city starts with you and I. So here's how we can help. First, you must containerize your waste. Always put waste in bins with covers or waste bags. Don't scatter waste on the street. It's very wrong. It's an environmental infraction. If you get caught, you face the wrath of the law. 2. Patronize your PSP. Ensure you pay your assigned PSP operator for regular collection. Another thing you must do is to stop illegal dumping. Never at any point in time dump waste on highways, medians, vacant plots, or canals. It's harmful and it's against the law. Remember, we have the LOMA enforcement team. They're in top gear. Yes, and they've been carrying out arrests. Several arrests have been made. People have been made to face the mobile court and they've been charged. So remember, you don't want to be part of them, do you? Report infractions. LOMA is also coming out to say, look, we're giving you the channel at which you can report infractions. If you see illegal dumping, report it immediately to LOMA. Quick action prevents bigger problems. You know that. Sorting and recycling is also part of what we can do to become waste champions. Separating plastic bottles, cans, paper, and even glass. And we have accredited recyclers. They'll even reward you for it. Educating others is key. It's part of what we're doing here on this show every Saturday and Wednesdays on the media, social media, and the dailies as well. Educating you and I, spreading the word. You can do that in your community. You can do that at work, at school, or by any means. You can reach out to people. And it's also important that you lead by example. When we dump waste carelessly, Lagos suffers. But when we manage waste responsibly, what happens? We end up achieving a cleaner and sustainable environment. So the question here is, do you face waste management challenges in your area? Or what's the biggest issue with disposal in your community? You can always connect with LOMA if you have questions, or perhaps, yes, you've got challenges and you'd like to connect with LOMA. Or perhaps you've got questions about LOMA's role or services. Feel free. You can connect with LOMA on 0708 060 1020. You can also send a WhatsApp message on 0708 060 1020. We still have some time to take your calls. Yes, if you've got waste management challenges, let us know your area. Or if you've got issues with disposal in your community, you can connect with us on the show, 0915 387 7127, 0809 9120 777. That's for WhatsApp. But to call in live, 0915 387 7127.
I need you. You need me. Together we can make Lagos clean. Make sure you throw away your dirt properly, not inside canals, to avoid flooding on our roads when it rains. Lagos Traffic Radio say keep Lagos clean, moving Lagos forward.
If you asked me what a team of heroes look like, I'd say people committed to creating a clean and beautiful state. After all, what's there to love about living in a dirty and harmful environment? That's why at LOMA, we built an exceptional team with people like the fearless Binga who picks up waste from your house and streets, the Swift Musa who navigates all waste to the landfills, Yadupe, the super cleaner who saves our roads from litters, and of course, our magical recycler, Atinuke, who converts waste to wealth. Everyone at LOMA is committed to keeping Lagos clean in every way for a safer and healthier Lagos. LOMA, a league of heroes. Keep Lagos clean.
Just to remind you that the earlier reported impediment of a truck with a Kickstarter problem at Lasugate in Yanoiba has been evacuated. It's off the road now. That's good news coming in from that end. Yes, and well, let's see. Traffic movement still very calm. Yes, the roads are looking pretty calm, even from the live cameras. The entire stretch connecting the island via Eco Bridge, via the Third Mainland Bridge, cool and calm situation is what we are monitoring. Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, inward Lagos, via Baja Secretariat all the way to Yanworo, smooth movement. Even here in Ikeja, Latif Jakande Road, Aula Road, from Secretariat all the way down to Ikeja, underneath the bridge, in and out. Smooth movement is what we have been monitoring up until this moment in time. Lekki Aja, not bad at all. Free flow from Aja through Northwest Chevron, connecting where for Jakande down to Marwa. A return journey. It looks very cool in its entirety. All right, so that's a bit of traffic news for you. That's what we've gathered so far. All right, then, more news will be coming in. But as we wrap up today's edition of Cleaning Edge, please let's keep in mind that waste belongs in bins, not on the streets or our waterways. And also keep in mind that indiscriminate dumping causes flooding, diseases, and pollution. Proper waste management is a shared responsibility. Keep that in mind. We have a role to play. It's not just the government alone. It's not just LOMA's responsibility alone. We also have a role to play in making things work. And having in mind that LOMA is working hard, but we need all hands on deck. When I say we, I'm talking about we as residents, even the traders, businessmen and women, and the leaders. Yes, we need to keep our hands on deck to keep our city clean. So you can always connect with Loma via the following platforms. You could call 0708 060 1020 or 080 000 Loma. You can send a WhatsApp message as well to 0708 01020. Send an info at loma.gov.ng or lomapro@gmail.com. Instagram, loma_gov, and Facebook, loma.gov. All right, so before I take my leave, I must say a very big thank you. And of course, much appreciation to the General Manager, CEO, Loma, the person of Mr. Muiwa Gbadigeshi, and not forgetting the Director of Public Affairs, Mrs. Folashade Kadri. So you can join us again next Saturday at 9:15 here on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM for another insightful edition of Cleaning Edge. On behalf of my executive producer, Tayo Akole, my name is Mike James. So have yourself a wonderful Saturday.
Stop it! Yes, you!